Welcome to episode 2 of our weekly vodcast that we have called The Wave. Today we're going to talk about something very personal to me, and that's this: 10 confessions of a youth pastor, aka yours truly. I encourage you to listen for the next couple of minutes to see what it's like behind the scenes in the life of a youth pastor. So, here's how this time together is going to look. I'm going to be 100% transparent with you. Maybe you've wondered, what is it like to be a youth pastor, or what's going on in his life, and how do they navigate, and how do they lead, and how do they feel when things like a pandemic happens? And so I was up at about 3:30 this morning just thinking about my life, thinking about my role, and I thought, hey man, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on paper, and then I want to talk about it. I want you guys to have an understanding of what it's like, not to pity us, not to feel bad or reach out and send nice notes, although those are nice, just to help you understand a little bit about how we feel and how we navigate life. Because the reality is we're human, and maybe you'll be able to understand some of the things that I'm going to talk about today, some of the things that I deal with, okay? So first thing is first, I want you guys to know this. This is number 1 out of 10 different confessions of a youth pastor, aka me, okay? Number 1 is this: your feedback is crucial, good or bad. Why? Because it helps us become more effective as communicators, okay? Your feedback when we communicate, if it's good, it's crucial for you to say amen, for you to say that's good, for you to be able to engage others in discussion based off the things that we share. It helps us understand what hits and what doesn't, okay? So that's number 1. Your feedback, good or bad, is crucial in us growing and developing as leaders, as communicators, as pastors, okay? Second is this, and I've shared this with some of you. Guys, I'm nervous every week to share. I'm nervous every time I get up to communicate because I feel a weight of the gospel to communicate to you guys. My heart is that you would capture everything that I say and that it would change your life. There's a lot of weight to communicate. There's a lot of weight to putting something together each and every week for you guys to be able to understand, obtain, and then apply. And so guys, I don't want you to ever think that I'm not nervous. Every week I'm nervous, I'm uncomfortable. I just want you guys to be able to hear what I have to say and be able to apply it. That's it. That's my prayer every Sunday. God, help me communicate with clarity, with understanding, and God, that they could walk away with an application. And so I get nervous every week though. I pray my guts out every week so I don't go up there and look foolish. Okay? Another thing, number 3, another confession that I have is this: I'm not always okay. Just because I'm a pastor doesn't mean anything. I'm a person before I'm a pastor, and I'm not always okay. Some nights, it's a battle for me to preach. Maybe I'm dealing with some mental stuff. Maybe some of you guys are acting a fool, or maybe something's going on in my personal life, and sometimes it's a battle for me to communicate. It's hard. I struggle just like everybody else. Imagine having to get up before a group of people every Sunday, no matter how you feel or what's going on in your life, and communicate a truth. That's hard, guys. It's a lot. And so I want you to know that I'm not always okay, but understand I'm not trying to live there either. I'm always striving to be better and to grow and to develop and to choose to be healthy versus anything else. But just know this: I'm not always okay. I'm not always doing okay. And I know you aren't either. And so, hey, we all relate there. Another one is this, number 4. I often feel like we aren't making a difference. That's just the truth. I often feel like what we do week in and week out, we're not making a difference. I'm always haunted by this question, and I ask it to myself often. If we close the doors of our youth ministry tomorrow, would our city know the difference? I'm haunted by that week in and week out. If we close the doors of our Bridge Student Ministries tomorrow, would our city know the difference? I have a lot of weight into that because I'm investing my life into raising up young people who love God, who are disciples making disciples, who are committed to the cause of Jesus Christ. And I constantly focus on that. I constantly am asking myself, are we really making a difference in the lives of our students? Number 5 is this. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. It hurts when you don't show up to youth. I have to fight to not take that personal. What it communicates to me is you don't care and you don't value what God is doing here. And I know that's not always the case. I know that you're busy. I know you got schedules and homework and sports and all of those kinds of things. But I'm just being honest. It's a confession that I struggle when you don't show up to youth. I legit miss you. I want you to be there. It's not the same without you. When I go home, before I think about all the wins, I think about all those who weren't there. And so I do my best to send text messages. I miss you. I thought about you. It wasn't the same, because it's important to me that you're there. And so I have to deal with that, not take that personal. I know you're not trying to take shots, but it's what I deal with, okay? Number 6, okay? I secretly want you to like me, okay? I'm just letting you know. I want you to like me. I want to be able to vibe with one another. I want you to understand me. I want to understand you. I never want you to be embarrassed because I'm around. Like, I don't want to be that weird guy that shows up to your schools and you're like, I don't even know who that is. I hope I don't even make eye contact. I don't want anyone to know that I know him. Like, I want you to like me. I legitimately do. And I know you want people to like you as well and for me to like you, but like, I want you to like me. I want us to be able to connect and have life and build relationship and just vibe with one another. And so just understand that I want you to like me, okay? Another thing is this, number 7. I constantly see myself as a hypocrite. I'm my worst enemy. And I fight every week the temptation to be perfect. And when I feel like I'm not perfect, I don't feel I can share when I'm not. Like, if I'm not perfect, I don't feel that I can share with you a gospel truth that I'm not applying in my own life, or that I messed up that day or the week before. Like, it's so hard to communicate a truth that you yourself haven't lived out very well recently. And so I struggle with that. I'm a hypocrite. I fight that every day. Like, I just want to be perfect, but that's not the call of God. That's not the will of God. He wants us to progress. He wants us to continue to grow and develop. He doesn't want us to be focused on perfection. He wants us to be focused on Him and making progress in our walks with God. And so I struggle with that. Guys, number 8, I'm going to let you guys know, I often want to quit. This is exhausting. And I love you guys, but it's a toll, man. I see the hurt. I see the burdens. I see the baggage. I see all the things that you guys go through every single week, and I don't feel like I'm the best guy to help you. Maybe there's someone better that can step in and just run. And so, guys, I face the temptation weekly just to want to quit and to step aside for the next person to come in and just kill it. And so just understand, like, I deal with that. I want to quit often. Number 9 is this. I'm insecure about my ability to lead. And I think every leader faces this throughout their lives. I'm insecure. I'll be honest with you. 100% I deal with insecurities. I ask questions like, what do I have to offer an amazing team that we have and you guys? Am I worth being followed? Do I even know where we are going? Like, these are questions that haunt me week in and week out, you know? And so I read as much books as I can and about leadership, and I want to grow and I want to develop there, but I'm constantly insecure. When we show up and have our team nights and we have our pre-gathering meetings with our team, I always don't feel like I'm even worthy enough to lead those. And so I just deal with that insecurity. And guys, number 10, the last one is this. I fear that I'll say the wrong thing. I've done the wrong things. I've said the wrong things. But most importantly, when I do, I fear that I'll lose your trust and your parents' trust. And I don't want to ever jeopardize that, because I value you and I know you value me and I know you put value and worth in what I say. And sometimes because I'm a human, I tend to share things or say things that I shouldn't. And so for those who have been offended, I'm sorry. I struggle with my mouth and what comes out of it. I want you to know that I'm trying. I want your trust. I want the parents' trust. that we can steward you well, and that we can help you continue to grow and develop and be who God's called you to be. And so just understand, man, I struggle just like everybody else, and I thought I'd just share some of those confessions. So I'll go through them one more time. Your feedback is crucial. I'm nervous every week that I share. I'm not always okay. I often feel like we aren't making a difference, and it hurts when you don't show up to youth. I secretly want you to like me. I constantly see myself as a hypocrite. I often want to quit. I'm insecure about my ability to lead, and I fear that I'll say the wrong thing. And so what I want you to do is I want you to know that we're people, and you're people, and we're all broken, and we all got room for growth. And so I just want to encourage you today, man. Hey, be you. Lean into who God has called you to be. It's okay to not always be okay, but it's not okay to stay there. And so I just wanted you to have a little behind-the-scenes look at my life and what I'm dealing with. And so just so you have an understanding. And so, hey, guys, I love you. I pray for you often. Can't wait to finally be together. We can hug y'all and we can hang out. But, hey, this will do for now. So I'm signing off. Love you guys. Thank you for watching episode 2 of The Wave.